guys, it's Bane here, back again with another account review. Today we're looking at ClassicCloud, back again to doing stream reviews. Had a long hiatus. Thank you guys for coming back and I guess sticking through the dry period of no videos that we had, but now we're back to our normal schedule, streaming every Saturday. Remember to join the Discord. If you want an account review, join the Discord, start talking. You need to be at least level 5 to qualify for a giveaway. In fact, we just did a giveaway. I'm not reviewing the people that just won today. We're, people that won in previous reviews, but we do giveaways pretty much every Friday now, or at least now that I'm back, starting to do giveaways every Friday. So, you need to be level 5 or higher. So talk in the Discord, like not like in the voice chat, but like chat. You'll get points. You can see your level here. You just type /level, and there I am. Okay, I'm level 54, so I qualify. But I don't do giveaways for myself. Basically, you just talk. I think once you talk for like a few hours total, ever, you'll qualify and you should be able to join the giveaways. I try to do this every single Friday. That way, when the stream starts on Saturday, you guys have. You guys are added onto the list. I likely won't be reviewing you that same day because I have quite a few people still to get through, and I'm starting to do reviews throughout the week so I can start catching up. That way, the reviews start to be a little bit more live format, I guess you could say. So anyways, all that being said, all the administrative stuff out of the way, we're looking at ClassicCloud's account. I don't remember how Classic got an account review, but hey, here we are, and we're just gonna go dive straight into it and see what we can do to help ClassicCloud kind of prep for World 7, because based off what I'm seeing here, I think ClassicCloud is a very kind of in the space of Idleon right now, where you're just prepping for World 7. There's not really a lot for you to focus on, I guess, right now, other than just prepping for World 7 when it comes out and try to push through to the end of the world. So let's take a look at that and see how we can advise all that fun stuff. Okay, I'm just rambling at this point. Anyways, first thing I see, obviously, is obols. I see some of them aren't leveled up to where they should be. I see pop obols here at +3 instead of +4. So, re-roll those obols to get the extra drop rate. You're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% drop rate, which with all the drop rate multi that you may have and other people may have, I think that's like what? Like that's like another 100x drop rate or something like that, right? You also have shrine levels are pretty low at level 26, 25 in some cases. So obviously doing some candy eating, getting type 2 diabetes and trying to level up your shrines is a great thing to do. Not necessarily the diabetes part, that one sucks, but just eating candy, try to level up your shrines. I think the one thing to look out for before you do that and try to level up your shrines is trying to get golden cheese across your characters, equalizing that, making sure every single character has golden cheese. Not all of your characters do, and that's one of the reasons why long-term your shrines are suffering, and they're only level 26 for someone who is at level 600 plus on your characters for the most part. Just remember to get golden cheese, equip them across your characters to help you out in that grind. And quick little PSA, I think it was Brackets Man that did some testing in our Discord. I don't know if it came from someone else or if he's inspired by someone else, but actually dedicated rams are the best spot in World 3 to crystal farm. I previously said Bloodbones was good. I previously said Neptunes were good. I previously said Blokes were good. But it turns out dedicated rams are like infinitely better because with the level of orb that I have, I can actually get to 1000 orb stack compared to Neptunes, Bloodbones, and Blokes. I was only getting up to 600, 700 in most cases. So Rams is actually like the best place to go by far, by like a mile. So if you want a gold cheese farm, if you want to get those skill EXP statues, actually crystal farming in World 3 at dedicated Rams is the best place to go. Best place to go if you want to do that for that purpose. So make sure to do that at World 3 at dedicated Rams if you want some help in that. Other thing I see here is your characters all don't have Divine Scarf, where they have like a mix and match of different scarves. So I think you're on that grind. Keep going on that grind and try to get Divine Scarves across your characters, because it helps with obviously killing. When World 7 drops, you're going to want to try to push the world as fast as possible across your characters. So getting that Divine Scarf to help you with that AFK game is going to be pretty good. Also, the mob respawn's just generally nice, especially if you want to do like mob prints or candy clicking, like mustache combs or something. There's probably other things for you to do, but that's Divine Scarf just generally across your characters is pretty good. Also trying to get into God Shard gear across your characters, trying to get into Emperor gear eventually is what you kind of want to do, because Emperor gear is a straight up upgrade over God Shard. It also gives you a bunch more drop chance. And because of the amount of raw stats it gives you, it generally beats out Marbaglass, to be completely honest with you, because of the all stat from the Misk bonus is kind of drowned out from all the other sources of all stats available in the game, such as summoning, the Perler Shell Vial, and I guess there's a million other sources I'm thinking about. Oh yeah, Golden Grilled Cheese Novices, of course. So the 8% is not really that impactful versus the raw amount of stats that the Emperor gear actually gives you. Like if you compare the helmet's 200 strength here, or I guess other stat, 80 agility versus the 58 you get as base here from the Marble Glass. That's a pretty significant amount considering how much all stat we have available to us in the game. That's like hundreds to thousands of stats spread out over, you know, all the different multipliers to all stat percent that we have. So, you know, I would try to upgrade your gear if you can to God Shard and eventually into Emperor gear. Okay, cool. That's very easy stuff to get out of the way. Hopefully, you know, that's something for you to work towards the next few weeks, next few months. Just kind of depends on. Honestly, at this stage of the game, I feel like anyone can get the God Shard gear if you focus on mining efficiency and try to upgrade that, and doing like I guess 2-minute claims on your archers if you really want to try to get the forge cap from the hole if you need for trying to get God Shard bars. Anyways, I don't know. We haven't really talked about master classes. Let's take a look at your master class and see where you are. You're at rate damage 5. That's pretty good. So you're in the billions of damage, right? Yeah. Yeah, the big push here is trying to get to Bovenet hoarding. Just remember that the gravestone tricks, you know, at the Coliseum, they still work. I often get people talking in YouTube chat about if this still works. Yes, it still works. You can go to the Coliseum. I recently did this in my free-to-play. Drop the graves. I do want to re-emphasize how to do this, and I specifically do this on Steam and mobile, so I don't know if it actually works. Sorry, not mobile. Steam and web. I don't know if this actually works on mobile, but if you go on your Deathbringer, I'll waste the 41 minutes here just to showcase this. Let's see, World 6 Rice Cakes, I think was like the first easiest place for people to do this. Oh no. There we go. Click on the Coliseum. Do not move. Just click on the Coliseum, click on the attack bar, click on the gravestone. That's how it works. If you move, you mess it up. The reason being is because if you move, there you go. You see you jump there? That's because apparently when you click on the Coliseum, there's like a tiny, like really, really small platform that your character gets like stuck on. And so when you place the gravestone down, it kind of like tricks the mobs into spawning in a very specific part of the map. For Rice Cakes, it happens to be this left platform. For the Emperors, when you click on the flag and you drop the gravestone, it spawns at the bottom left. I don't know why or how it chooses that, but that seems to be the basic mechanic behind why this works. So, you know, if you're trying to optimize your bones for craniums in World 6, it's going to come from Rice Cakes, it's going to come from Samurai Guardian, so that's where you want to place the gravestone if you want to get the most optimal results. That should help you a little bit on the grind, so, you know, help you out in that regard. Go back to my crystal farming. But yeah, honestly, Grimoire, because of the Coliseum trick, because the boss room door trick, the amount of bones you can get early game as well as late game kind of really spiraled out of control, and so a lot of people are now reaching the end of the Grimoire rather easily compared to what we did before that trick did exist. And once you get Bovenet hoarding, like getting to Death of Adam Price is fairly easy. This is like a huge significant increase to your amount of bones, so getting here will really help push you through to the rest of the Grimoire, making you more reliable to kill the World 6 mobs, and eventually when World 7 comes out, maybe you'll be able to kill World 7 mobs. Compass, take a look at your compass. Look at your fighter path, that's what I was gonna go for. If you want more, okay, so I think the next evolution for your Windwalker and trying to get more dust gain is actually going to come from trying to use your Aethermoons to push the fighter path a little bit to get cool dust hoarding. Obviously, I mean, I expect you're in World 6. I suspect you'll have a near perfect dust bow at this stage. What I mean by perfect dust bow, it's like the base 80 weapon power you get from World 6 using the 5-stone, 10% 5 stones to get up to that 5 out of 5 bow for the dust bow, and being able to push relatively far into World 6 and, killing whatever mobs you're able to upgrade this. I for a while used Toolbox for the upgrade optimizer. You can also use Idleon efficiency because it also has a tool for the master classes, of which I'm on my free-to-play account, so I mean it's not really that good, but do compass. You can set your resource weights here. and you can optimize. I haven't really done any Windwalker in my free-to-play account, that's why nothing's popping up there. But yeah, you can use either Idleon Efficiency or Idleon Toolbox. In my opinion, either is good. I think Efficiency is a little bit better because it actually does group the upgrades. So Tempest Damage 1 is split here like everywhere instead of telling you upgraded like 10 times in a row. It just kind of does Tempest 1, Tempest 2, Tempest 1, Tempest 2. So Idleon Efficiency, in my opinion, has a better layout, so I'd use that instead, but you can definitely push much more, and getting to Cool Dust Hoarding actually it's a separate damage multiplier for Windwalker form, so if you want to get more damage, Cool Dust Hoarding is absolutely the way to go, and you know, that'll really help escalate and carry you through the rest of World 6 and getting really, really high dust rates. And Tesseracts, are you at a good stopping point? Honestly, I'd say so. I think it, you know, maybe consider going for Jewel of Northwinds because this will help you get more dust, which, you know, we just talked about Windwalker. You're almost at the point where you're able to like really take it to the next level by getting Cool Dust Hoarding and being able to progress a lot further. So getting Jewel of Northwinds will help you in that endeavor just a little bit faster. So try to push Arcane Cultist a little bit, try to unlock the Jewel of Northwinds to help you out with your Windwalker farming, because you'll be able to get to Cool Dust Hoarding much faster. You'll be able to get the dust for Cool Dust Hoarding, and you'll be able to stack up the cool dust that you need to get a significant damage increase from Cool Dust Hoarding. So I'd recommend probably doing a little bit more AC farming, as painful as it is, to try to get the Jewel of Northwinds, and then at that point I would probably stop pushing AC for a little bit. You can use the group mode in Toolbox, but Toolbox does kind of suck in that regard. Also, where's the group? Upgrade? I'm trying to upgrade damage. See, like this is the issue. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like, okay, it gives me Singulon Hoarding here, and it recommends 84 to 88, right? But then why does it move Singulon Hoarding over here? And then here's another one, and another one, and another one. Like this compared to summary mode? Okay, cool. Use summary mode then. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Well, summary mode is essentially what Idleon Efficiency does by default. So, you know, take your pick. If you want Toolbox, go Toolbox. If you want Efficiency, go use Efficiency. Yeah, but I mean, ultimately, try to get the Jewel of Northwinds. That's what I recommend. Stamps, got good exalts. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Yikes. Rip. I mean, you can't really do anything about your exalts anymore, so that's unfortunate, but yeah, I don't recommend this. The cooking speed you get here is so bad compared to all the other cooking speed sources in the game. This stamp is never worth exalting. This stamp is also really never worth exalting. You get more crop evolution chance from just the day market in farming. Definitely not worth it. The base multi-kill here gets drowned out by multi-kill per tier. Like, this is just really bad. This isn't multi-kill per tier. This just adds 361% multi-kill to however much multi-kill you have. And if you have the measure upgrade from the whole, this 361 is just meaningless to you. So better stamp's good. Boost food, it's good, I guess. I don't know. I feel like this gets drowned out by the Feasty statue. Apparently, I don't know. Mason jar, this is really good. Crystalline, obviously really good. Golden apple, really good. Trippy drop, really good. Multi-tool, really good. Drop rate, I don't know, up in the air. And personally, the alchemy speed, this is bad because this only works on the colored cauldrons, so these cauldrons right here. And if you've gotten all your World 6 bubbles and potentially your World 7 bubbles, kind of useless. So actually, hold on, am I wrong in that? Does it actually impact, does it impact your liquids or no? Am I wrong? Right? Pretty sure it doesn't work like, I'm pretty sure it's just that. I don't know. The alchemy speed stamp. It's just Color call. Okay, just color cauldrons. Just making sure. So this was a bad exalt. So far, some good exalts I see, or some good prismas. Yep. Okay. Yep. Yeah. I don't know about endgame efficiency. This I don't know. That's unfortunate. Oh wow. Okay. So like I said, the crop evolution chance you get from this and from this get really drowned out by day market. So using a Prisma bubble on this, especially when Prisma bubbles are really hard to come by, is definitely a waste. And if you're considering prismaing these bubbles, I don't recommend it. The strength one actually is pretty good. It gives you a decent amount of percent total strength, but to that point as well, the fact that golden grilled cheese nomages exist, the beanstalk exists, there's a lot of percent all stat available to you. So if you have Prisma bubbles and you're considering this versus like Diamond Chef versus Larry versus the stat bubbles, I wouldn't really recommend doing this. I'd probably go for those other bubbles first. Honestly, would have saved these Prismas for World 7 eventually. Because I feel like, again, this gets drowned out a lot compared to the other all stat percent. And so it's not really that worth it to Prisma. Now, yes, it's a decent amount because this does get multiplied by Warrior's Rule. So this 4.96 per 2000 breakpoint does get multiplied, and it ends up being like hundreds to thousands of percent stat or strength. But that being said, I mean, compared to the potential of what a World 7 bubble could be, I think it's worth waiting and saving on to the Prisma fragments versus the fact you don't have some of these other bubbles multiplied where skill efficiency is generally pretty good. I'd probably recommend that instead. Or I don't know. I guess the dropping loads honestly would have been better. I don't know. I feel like it was probably a waste to. I mean, first of all, mining the end game efficiency. I feel like this one for sure was a waste. But I wouldn't really recommend doing this. The percent strength, maybe worth it, maybe not. I don't know. Liquid cauldrons, 1800, good. You've done a lot of boobo grinding. Keep it on. What? Huh? Surely this is bugged, right? You have to have these completed. Surely, right? What? No, toolbox has to be bugged. These have to be completed, right? Oh, wait. Hold on. I see a problem here. Nature traps? World 1 Splicer? So number one, upgrade your tools on your character so you get the max amount of traps. Also, complete your vials. I don't see a reason why you should be able to get those vials to level 13 in like a few days, to be completely honest with you. Was there no tools on someone? Oh, wow. Is this your only Deathbringer? No, you have two. Why do you not have tools on this guy? You have God Shard gear versus this guy's Marble, but you don't have tools on this guy. Hold on. Okay. Not the skill levels is the problem. You just haven't made tools on the character. Okay. Weird choice. Weird choice. Oh, what's that character's? He doesn't have prints. You don't have prints. prints. 19 trillion, but no prints. Why is this inactive? Why'd you turn this off? Why is this inactive? Why are these We were doing well. We were doing well in the first half of this video, but now we're not doing well. So, for those of you who are an early game, don't understand my confusion, there's a few inviolable rules of Idleon that you never break. Number one, never turn off green salts. Always keep it on 0% auto refine and always try to rank it up. This is inactive. Also, you have a level 453 red salt, but a level 61 explosive, and this is turned off. Why is it turned off? Secondly, your printer, all of your characters should be printing something. The fact these characters are not printing anything is like, it makes zero sense. You get something versus you get nothing. What would you rather have, right? Secondly, your characters should have tools on them. Like you should have, if you have the resources available, craft and equip your characters with tools. It only helps you. It gives you stats across your characters, right? And there's no reason not to have tools other than just a troll, or you have neglected, forgotten. And you also don't have any gold food on this character either. Like you just have speed pots and dumplings. Like you can equip like some gold food on this character, and I don't know. Is cooking good? Expect 110s mostly. Okay, all done with cooking. Okay, yikes. Oh wow. Oh. I gotta know, are you completed with farming? 228. So there is a way to go about 230 crops, and there's a bad way to go about it. There's a good way and a bad way to go about 230 crops. The bad way is using all your Prisma bubbles on all the crop evolution chance, because they're like flat base percent chance. There's also the fact you exalted a stamp for crop evolution chance when you could just get that more in a day market. The best way to go about getting 230 crops is getting more evolution GMO. That's it. All you need is evolution GMO to get to 230 crops. Like you need evolution GMO, getting 40% speed, getting the OG fruit that you have now is perfectly fine. And all it takes is time. What is really bad to do is use those extremely limited resources, the Prisma Fragments and the Exalted Stamps, on stuff that just doesn't matter, when you can just complete it without those multipliers. Because, like, I have Crop Evolution Stamp multiplied, but I don't have the Prisma Bubbles, like, used. I'm saving those for World 7. A lot of people don't have those multipliers. And also, hold on, chat, how much do you want to bet? I'm gonna start a prediction real quick. 30 seconds. 30-second prediction. Has he used the skulls on Kilroy? Like an exorbitant amount of times. That's why it's 30 seconds. Holy mother of fuck. I could not have imagined anything worse than this. Tony, hold on. Tony, link me your account. I have to see it right now. Tony, please. What is it? Zimpekius? Please, for the love of God, tell me Tony's here. Please tell me Tony's in here. Where is he? Someone saying wisdom? Okay, to be honest, this is not insignificant. You're getting... Hold on. Right, we're at 638.88, right? I'm gonna go to Kilroy. 8.85. You're getting 72 times the crop evolution multiplier from the Wisdom Monument than you are 2,048 upgrades into the Kilroy upgrade for Crop Evo. Does he not have a third fight? No, I think he does. He does. This is 12,000. Hold on. 6 times 2048. You wasted almost 12,000 skulls on crop evolution chance. So when you do Kilroy, this is a perfect example of what you do not do. This is by far, I think, the worst thing I have ever seen in an Idleon account. Like, genuinely, I would rather have known that you bought, like, the drop rate wings, dropped them, left the map, and, like, have permanently deleted that from your account than ever see this in Kilroy. That's 18,500 arcade balls gone. Yeah. So, okay, to give you context, the reason why this is actually a really bad upgrade is because this is essentially adding the, I don't know which bucket of like crop multi this adds to, but consider you spent months of Kilroy upgrading this when all it takes is maybe a day of farming to get like un septillion multiplier percent more from just upgrading crop evolution multi one single time. You could okay. Sorry, I gotta end the prediction. You could buy a crop fertilizer with the arcade balls you could have used in Kilroy to speed up the evolution, the growth cycle for your crops, turn that in for beans, upgraded evolution GMO one single time, and gotten more crop evolution chance from upgrading that one single upgrade in Kilroy for more than 1 month straight. Yeah, I think honestly, okay, I don't know what to say. I'll move on. He's dead, Jim. Okay, you could have probably upgraded evolution ultra boost 5 times and gotten more crop evolution multiplier. Mastery 5. Cool. Okay. All done there. 73. Okay. 15. Wow, this is very spread out. Honestly, I think on your Deathbringers, I would stop fighting and probably go do some lab div grinding to trade higher levels so you get more minimum talent levels. Just because I suspect Deathbringer, Windwalker, Arcane Cultist are probably going to get some sort of expansion or improvement with World 7. So I think getting on the grind now, getting a little bit extra talent levels might help you in the long run. So getting on that lab div grind will definitely help. And obviously equip tools on your minor classic character. Gaming. This is definitely something you want to hard focus on. So trying to farm out a higher nugget. You should be at that instant gaming phase. With how fast your growth speed is, I believe you're at that instant gaming phase. So trying to get more purple bits, try to upgrade that as much as you can. If you're able to try to push that 24 to 24 sprout capacity, I would highly recommend it. Basically, you just need to upgrade this sprout capacity 4 extra times, and you'll be able to get that 24 out of 24. Obviously, you're going to need to get those trillions of bits. That's going to come from trying to push bravery, trying to get the gaming bit multi, trying to get a higher nugget, trying to get level 25 snail if you don't already have that, which you already do. So it's mostly going to come from trying to get a higher nugget and also trying to push bravery, try to get that gaming bit multi, and obviously bravery multi. So trying to push hours into bravery, trying to get higher levels of bravery to push that even higher. So going from 45k hours to the 100k to help you out with that. Remembering to try to do bravery at the 4.6 to 4.8 reward multi instead of stacking up to 6, because this means you haven't done bravery in probably weeks to months at this point. Definitely worth doing. I would not put any more hours into Justice. 50k is a little absurd, to be honest. The only thing you get is every power of 2 hours into Justice, you get +1 coin, which I think multiplies with the multipliers that the upgrades give you. But it's not worth putting more than 24k hours in Justice, trust me. And then 50k hours in Wisdom. This is a terrible idea. Do not equalize your hours on your monuments. The only monument that has significant impact to the amount of hours you put into it is bravery. Justice and Wisdom scale off a power of 2, so you need to go from 2 to 4 to 8 to 16 to 32, all the way up to 24 to 48 to 96k hours for you to get any meaningful increase. Versus bravery, it's just every 6 hours. Every 6 hours you put into bravery, you get an increase, a significant increase in the amount of sword damage, which means you can push higher waves of bravery, which when you hit to the waves of like 50 plus, they start hitting the billions of HP. So putting a ton of hours into bravery is very, very meaningful. And the fact that you have your increased chance of bravery bonus multi, you have increased amount of rewards from the chest, but also it's just another chest you can also get, which means you could get more mining efficiency, or to that point, you get more chances at seeing bravery bonus multi, you get more chances at monument AFK gain. Also, the fact you have bravery bonus multi at 45k hours is sickening to me. It is insulting. Yeah. Yeah, and to recap what I mean, every power of 2 hours of AFK time, you get +1 coin. So 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, 16 hours, so on and so forth, you get +1 coin. So, you know, you go, what, 2 to the power of 16, you're at 65,000 hours is your next breakpoint. 2 to the power of 17, you're at 131,000 hours. Like, the diminishing, like, it is significantly it's definitely a waste of time to put hours into Justice. And the same thing kind of works with Wisdom. Yeah, you get +2 starting attempts per power of 10 Wisdom Monument. It's actually worse than Justice. So you need to go from 10 hours to 100 to 1,000 to 10,000 to 100,000 to 1,000,000 for an additional starting attempt. So do not put any more time into Wisdom. It's just a significantly worse amount of time. Not really, that's wrong, May. Well, yes, you get the multipliers and the coins, but what I'm saying is just, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to put that many. It's not worth it. It's not worth the time investment to get 3 coins from Justice versus what you would get from Bravery instead. Classic, I'll just leave you with this. Just, you know, best piece of advice to help prep for World 7 is going to be obviously finishing out your opals, upgrading them for that +4, trying to get your shrines like level 28, trying to get golden cheese across your characters, trying to equip your characters with higher gear, higher tools to help prep you for that World 7 grind, because those more stats will help you get more kill per kill to help you push World 7 a little bit faster. We'll also, you know, trying to push those master classes, Arcane Cultist specifically, trying to get the next upgrade for the jewels on Northwind to get more dust percent. On Windwalker, trying to get that compass upgrade, the cool dust hoarding to get you more damage to push into higher tier mobs in World 6 to get more dust out of them to help you prep for World 7. And obviously for Deathbringer, trying to get to that Bovenet hoarding will really help accelerate your progress and trying to get to Death of Adam price and potentially the next few upgrades if they're released or Deathbringer is expanded upon. Anyways, thank you so much for the account. I hope that gives you something to work on. And I'm not even going to mention the other things because that was absolutely insane and horrendous for me. But I wish you the best of luck trying to get to those 230 crops. Have a great day. Bye-bye.